Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Crowsville. Thank you for joining me today. Today's a very exciting time for my channel, as what I have here is the Razer Sabertooth, which not many people have the luxury of saying that they also possess, being that it is becoming increasingly difficult to get hands on it as it's continually becoming out of stock. On my right side here, what I have is the Razer Onza, which you guys have already seen in my previous videos. The reason mine looks so different and ultimately similar to the Razer Sabertooth is because I attached control freaks to mine. Unfortunately, on the Razer Sabertooth, you cannot attach control freaks because the analog sticks are too small. Now that we're on the subject of analog sticks, let me tell you, they hit it on the nail with this one with the analog sticks. They cannot spin. This allows for it to last a lot longer in that sense. The Razer Onza, you could tighten the analog sticks, and that was a horrible design, and I'm glad that they realized that quickly. Well, then again, I don't know if it was quickly, but they ultimately realized that, which is what matters. You can't spin the analog sticks here. It's going to benefit you in the long run in terms of durability. The AXYB buttons on this one and the Sabertooth are extended a little bit higher. The clickable design thing still applies, but I tell you, with the Razer Onza, the fact that they were practically flush to the shell made it kind of a problem because it's quite easy to accidentally press a button. The remappable buttons on the Sabertooth are very different than that of the Razer Onza, not to mention the fact that there's two more. I guess that many complaints from the Razer Onza were that the remappable buttons were easily confused from the LB and RB buttons, which is very true. On the Razer Sabertooth, they're practically new buttons onto the controller, making it near impossible for you to confuse them. Very durable from the feel of it. I think that it's going to be necessary for me to follow up on this video and tell you how long it truly lasts, but as of right now, it feels heavier, it looks sturdier, and the fact that the cord here is removable, this controller seems to just have durability written all over it, which is a good thing, because I tell you, that Razer Onza was a POS in terms of durability. The reason I had to ultimately buy the Sabertooth was because of this. Now that we're done with pretty much this review, being that I'm assuming that you have already watched the LED screens, the light up buttons and whatnot, that carnival situation that they're trying to put just to pull in the buyers, I'm pretty much giving you a quick review as to how it pretty much affected me. This past week, I have purchased a couple things, my friends. I have purchased Tritton Triggers, which were pretty awesome in comparison to the headsets that I had. By the way, on the Razer Sabertooth, you cannot use the Tritton Triggers as the two plastic parts that plug into the controller, they do not fit. The Razer Onza and the Razer Sabertooth have the same jack, and as you can see, you could only plug in specific microphones. The way I made this adaptation to the Tritton Triggers is taking a nail clipper and snapping off the two pieces of plastic that made it impossible for me to insert it. So at times, you have to make do with what you have. You guys should definitely get hands on a pair of headsets that allow you to hear the surroundings. And it helps you when you're in your house and you have relatives next door, because you can hear the game volume in your ears, and that makes it not necessary to increase the volume from your TV. So you're not going to bother anyone in your house, it stays within your ears. However, when it comes to speaking into the mic, it's near impossible for you to know how loud you really are speaking, which I'm getting used to. The third purchase that I have made is one that I really want to highlight in this video. I know it didn't really touch on the Razer Sabertooth for that much, but the reason is for the following. I have spent probably over, $100, which isn't much to many people, but to some it may be, on the Razer Sabertooth, the Tritton Triggers, and I have improved my internet connection. Out of the three, I'm from New York City, the Bronx to be exact. The most important thing that I spent my money on was the internet upgrade. And I need you guys to listen to me on this one. In the past, I had to try extra hard to kill certain players. I'm in the King of the Hill community, and I'm sure that in this video, there's quite a few people watching this from, the group of people that constantly play King of the Hill with me. And this is going to transition into judgment. I want to get something through your heads here. In Gears of War 2, host advantage was very apparent. In Gears of War 3, I fear that the community has lost sight of that. The fact of the matter is that internet connection still plays a very big role in the Gears of War series. And this is something that I can almost guarantee you would matter in Gears of War Judgment. People that I had trouble killing in the past, I have played them in the past 2 days, and they have been dying in 2 shots. Sometimes 1 shot if they're close enough. In the past, I had to shoot them 3, 4 times, wall bounce extra hard, go the extra mile just to down them. And now that I upgraded my internet connection and have 56 download and 8 upload speed, it's a cakewalk. It's to the point that I've gotten lazy. I am not wall bouncing as much because my shotgun is damn near the strength of a power weapon. Now, if I'm telling you this, I want you to imagine how many players in this community have this advantage. How many people have you faced that is damn near impossible for you to kill? Connection means everything, folks. You have to check with your internet provider and try to go the extra mile in terms of upgrading your connection. Because I'm telling you right now, from a person that has bought a new controller, bought a new microphone, that I've followed the hype, in terms of upgrading my gaming gear, internet connection was the biggest and the best investment that I've made in this past week. And I suggest you people to look into that. Because connection means everything, and it will always mean anything as long as you play Gears of War. As for the Razer Sabertooth, I'm just going to summarize this video before I bring it to a close. It's a lot more durable in all honesty. It seems like the ideal controller. You can adapt with the controller. You can change the buttons to what you please, and you could really become comfortable with what's in your hands, which is what the mission statement of Razer really is. Created by gamers for gamers. It's quite true. This thing really helps you in terms of identifying with your controller, making it comfortable for your hands, and ultimately lessening the cramps that happen after prolonged use. I hope after this video, you pretty much have gained knowledge as to where to put your money at in terms of gaming. I mean, I only play one game, and that's Gears of War, and that's why I make my videos solely about Gears of War. And I'm telling you, man, internet connection is a huge factor in who's good and who's not, which is sad. I mean, honestly, everyone should just be connecting the same, but in our good old game, Gears of War, that does not apply. Internet connection allows you to kill people that you could never kill before. And I hope after this video, you come to the decision. Feel free to inbox me more questions about the Razer Sabertooth. You can message me 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, asking me, is it still holding up? Is it still, money well spent? I have no problems with that. But the biggest thing that I want you guys to consider is, like I said 3 to 4 times, is internet connection. Believe me when I tell you it. You need to upgrade it, man. It's not going to make you a god if you're bad, already, and it's not going to magically make you overnight into the best player this game has ever seen. But if you're already good, if you already can wall bounce, if you already have accuracy, then it will make you better. Believe me, it's like steroids. Except there's no side effects and it doesn't shrink your ball sack. Well, enough joking around. I hope you guys have a great day. Please feel free to ask me any questions. I didn't have the time to cover every single thing in depth, but I'm hoping that this would at least pique your interest, and conversations will then ensue. You guys take care. I hope to hear from you guys soon. Goodbye.